Hello, 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 my friends. Happy, thankful, thoughtful Thursday. It's this time of the week again, and I like to call this Radiant Wrap because I believe there's 7 things that we need to do to stay healthy and whole. They go in 3 categories: meals, movement, mindset. Meals, movement, mindset. And the 7 things are rest, activity awareness, diet, introspection, which is our prayer and our meditation, agua, water, needs to fit into my acronym, note taking, which is our journaling and keeping track of our calendar, our days, and training. The physical aspect of exercise, um, of course, falls into movement. And part of that movement is not moving, because rest. So it goes back to number 1, rest, which is at the top. My friends, I've really been blessed with some pretty big opportunities in my life, in my career. I worked in corporate for 10 years before I was a stay-at-home mom. That's why I have empathy for both the working mom, the stay-at-home mom, and then I was a stay-at-home working mom, and I have my own business, entrepreneur. So I kind of feel like I can relate to all of them. And now I have grown children, so I can relate to that too. Can't relate to grandma, parenthood, that grandma part yet, which all the grandmas tell me, oh, you just wait, it's going to be amazing. And I'm okay with waiting for now. And I'm sure it will be amazing when it happens. I've never imagined, with all the big opportunities that I've had, that I would be a participant in such a huge project, pre-launch, now launching project. I mean, big, 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 bigger than leggings, bigger than makeup and lashes, even CBD or jewelry. You name it, it's bigger than that. And trust me, when I first got out of college, I went to the company that at the time had just introduced a few years before the first, one of the first personal computers, or their first personal computer. And at the time that I joined the company, I know I'm really dating myself here, but really, some of you know, 5150s was the personal computer that IBM had at the time. And at that time, the company was, their market, personal computer market, was twice as big. The revenue was twice as big as Apple at the time. But I'm telling you, this opportunity can help 49% of the population that are experiencing life-disrupting health and wellness issues. 49%. And that's women. 50%, you might as well say. And it's expected to be a $48 billion, did you hear me? $48 billion market by 2027. And that's because it's such a huge category that is needed in our lives. Yes, I'm talking about women's health, but if we're talking about women's health, even if you're a man, for too long, it has not been a conversation. Like, I really believe that men should understand what your spouses, or your mothers and your sisters and your daughters are dealing with on a more, understand it on a more compassionate and intimate level. So it really means it impacts all of us. And I'm really honored. Those of you that know, I've been doing a Radiant Wrap almost every Thursday for almost 2 years. I have to look, but it's been a long time. I never talk about product. Hardly ever. I can't say never because I don't like to use absolutes. I'm sure I have talked about products sometimes, but hardly ever. But this is the time. If I'm going to talk about product, this is the time to talk about product, right? Because I'm so honored to and humbled to be at the forefront of a category that didn't even exist. That just, I don't know, I just feel really blessed, humbled, and honored. So last week, I shared about intuitive hormonal support for women who are menstruating and who are menopausal. Hello, that's from the age of 13 all the way up until you die. Okay, that's us. Okay, and the name and the name, we're calling it Project 23 right now. That's not going to be the name. The name and the packaging will be revealed on March 10th. I didn't bring my little bottle out here, but I finally got it. I had shared that on, what was it, January 25th. I was in line to be one of, not the first group, but the second group of individuals to have access to the product, to start trying it. So I could by now be sharing some of the benefits. Well, the menopausal formula, not the menstruating formula, the menopausal formula, that day, they only put a certain amount on the market just to out for us who were in the study group, to try. Well, it was so many of us that wanted the product, and all of us are in the business, right? Part of the team. We broke the system. It was too many of us. So they knew right away, oh, okay, well, we're on track for demand because we don't have enough. So I had to wait. I was one of those that was stuck in trying to get into the system. And it sold out by the time I was able to have access. So many women, though, have been using the product. Some longer than others because some just got the product in January, ordered the product, were able to get through January 25th. And then there were a group that are like 7 weeks in. So we're already getting the results in from people trying the product. I got mine yesterday, and guess what? I started the product yesterday. So I'm not even going to talk about how I felt last night and this morning, because you know how I've been so excited about it. It could be a placebo effect, right? You know, so I can't use that as my research, but I can use that as my starting point. So yesterday was my starting point, and stay tuned for my own personal testimony. Other women now are able to pre-order the product and get discounts for when it ships if you pre-order now. So as expected, there were a lot of questions that I got, really good questions actually, and I got answers. So here we go. The first question that I got, I mean, I'm just going to go through some top ones, right? The first question that I got was, how do the formulas of Project 23 work without hormones and soy isoflavonoids? I mean, that's a great question. How does the formula work without using hormones? Because there's no hormones in it, or soy isoflavonoids. How does the product work? Well, our Women's Health line supports our body's energy metabolism, the detoxification process, the inflammatory process, mood, and more during the menstrual cycle or the menopausal phases. That's perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, all those phases, and it's focusing on supporting the biochemical responses rather than directly on the hormones. Okay, so I'm not a physician or a nurse, but I understand biochemical reactions in baby terms, layman terms. And so what it is the biochemical reactions are responsible for the physical processes in all living things, plants, animals, even viruses. All right, so they control functions like nutrition, digestion, and even reproduction. So our products are focused on the biochemical responses. Okay, the major ones, chemical materials necessary for cell function are proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Lipids are fats. Okay, and nucleic acids. So that's what our formulas are focused on. Great question. Oh, and also I encourage you to send me questions either now while we're live or, you can DM me whatever if you have questions that I don't answer today. I'm happy to answer them. And if I don't have the answers, I'll find the answers. Okay, next question. A couple of women asked me, how do I know if I'm perimenopausal? Let's see. How do I know if I'm perimenopausal, menopausal, or postmenopausal? Another great question. Well, you can do blood work, right? That's one way. But most women enter, this is for the guys too. See, this is why I'm saying this is important stuff for you to know, right? It's just not for women to know. Okay. All right. Sorry. I deviated. Most women enter the perimenopausal phase at about age 45, but everyone's body is different. So if you begin noticing like irregular periods that fall outside of the 32-day cycle, I'm not talking about you who are already having irregular periods, but if you normally have regular periods, they start falling outside of the 32-day cycle, or you have menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, low libido, it's very likely that you're experiencing perimenopausal. That means you're starting to enter that phase, right? I remember that phase, been there, done that. I feel really blessed. I do believe that good nutrition, hydration, exercise, all those things can help with those symptoms. Can help. I didn't say alleviate. For most women, they don't. You still have them. And then, so that's the perimenopausal when you're in that phase. And then menopause is defined when you go 1 full year without your period. 1 full year without your period. And I thought I was going to have a stroke one time. Well, I shouldn't say that. Take that back. But I thought I was going to slap somebody. I went 11 months thinking I was perimenopausal. And then, because I was perimenopausal, I'm thinking I'm, in menopause, it's done, it's over. Because once you get a year, then you're done with, full year menopause. Well, that's where those little babies come from sometimes. And, that part of life, they say, later in life baby, or the accident baby. Yeah. And, oh my gosh, if I would have gotten pregnant at, 45, holy moly. But yeah, and that's how that can happen. But 1 full year is basically without a period, you're considered that you're, menopausal phase. And then you have all during that period, you can have symptoms like hot flashes, vaginal dryness, and you can start to notice drier skin, and nails is part of it too. And then after the 1 full year, which I've been in that phase now for a long time, you're postmenopausal. Hey, Aunt Gwen, how are you? You're postmenopausal. Love you, Aunt Gwenny. And at this stage, when you're postmenopausal, your cardiovascular health becomes top priority. That's when I believe I began experiencing. Aunt Gwen, why are you asking me what a hot flash is? Aunt Gwen, you know what a hot flash is. When you feel an overwhelming sense of hot. It affects different people differently. Aunt Gwenny, did you not have hot flashes ever? I don't know. I'm asking you to share your business. If you don't want to share your business, Aunt Gwenny, don't share your business. I'm just assuming you had hot flashes. Um, so hey, Stony, what's up, girl? Um, so yeah, you get this over, and guys might want to know, or maybe you know because you've been around your mama or your spouse or a sister or auntie or somebody, and they start sweating. Right? I never got big sweats, never. But this was my kids. They're really good at reenacting me and their dad. And so, like, they're so funny. We have so much fun with them. Oh, Aunt Gwenny, so you were blessed. You never had one. Did you have any of the other symptoms, Aunt Gwenny? Like not being able to sleep at night, um, um, mood swings, maybe dry nails, or uh, uh, night sweats. That's the one that I had. I didn't really have hot. Yeah, I had to gotta pull the covers off at night. So what I was about to say, my kids would say, okay, they say, do mom, do mom. They're laughing like they got, okay. And then someone would say, okay, do mom, do an imitation of mom. And then they'd start saying things like, is it hot in here or is it me? That was one. I mean, they say that and they really crack up. So Aunt Gwenny, you were they'll tell you, even some of your sisters will tell you. This is my mom's sister. And my mom has 6 sisters. Well, one's passed, but she has a lot of sisters. So not all of them got away with not having any symptoms. So Aunt Gwenny was blessed. Okay, has been blessed. And a lot of women don't have that same experience. They have symptoms from menopause. So at postmenopause is when the cardiovascular health becomes top priority, and you didn't have any trouble with cardiovascular health. I did. That's when I was diagnosed with hypertension and my thyroid went crazy. Now, let me just say this. Let me preference everything by saying that our products are not intended to diagnose or treat any disease or anything like that. What we are sharing is the experiences that we are having. And a lot of women that have tried the products are having really good experience from it. So once you're postmenopausal, some of the other symptoms that you still are unwanted that you still can experience are the mild hot flashes, night sweats, vaginal dryness, low libido, sleep disruption, and the products also support cognitive health because sometimes you can get the foggy brain. You can get that with the menstrual periods as well. Skin, nails. Some women break out, which we've had a lot of help with the skin liquid collagen that's helped as well. And so that's the other thing I wanted to say, that this hormonal health support product is not replacing any of the other products, but it comes alongside them. It'll come alongside them. Okay. So a couple more questions and then we'll go. Let's see. I know one. Yep. Will Project 23 help with weight loss? Great question. Project 23 is not a weight management supplement. However, it is formulated to help support aspects of health that may indirectly contribute to weight, energy levels, sleep health. All these things affect weight, right? Nutrient absorption, occasional stress, detoxification, and the inflammatory response. So all those things, it can help support. So, but like I said, we still recommend that if you're using the product, you bring it alongside, like the OptiPack, which is the foundational support. If you're looking for weight loss, maybe the Lean Body System. Or I didn't use the whole Lean Body System because you got to kind of figure out what works for you. And I use trim and collagen, use those. Okay, just a couple more questions. Can I take Project 23 with drinks besides plain water, like coffee and tea? Okay, good question. It's recommended that you take the product with water and food, but you can follow it up with your tea and coffee if that's what you desire. Now, with my cardiovascular stuff, I gave up coffee a year ago, and people that know me for real are still, they can't believe it. Like, no, you didn't, because I was such a crazy coffee person. But yes, you can drink coffee and tea, but take the Project 23 with water and food. Okay, a couple more. Are the Project 23 formulas, and remember, there's two different formulas, one for menstruating and then one for postmenopausal, like the menopause phases. Are they sugar-free? Yes. Are they dairy-free? Yes. Are they gluten-free? Yes. Is it non-GMO? Yes. And one of my friends asked the question, but I have several customers who cannot swallow pills, like capsules. They have an issue with them. So one of the questions that I was asked just the other day was, can the capsules be opened and mixed into food and water for individuals, that have trouble with swallowing? And I had to research that one because I didn't know the answer. Yes, the contents inside the capsule may be added with a small amount of cool food, don't want it to be hot, or water, right? And consumed immediately. And that should not affect the effectiveness of the formula. Okay, so I thought that was a great question too. All right, so those are some Q&As that I have. I hope that was helpful. See me if you want to do, or reach out to me if you want to do a pre-order. There are discounts on the pre-orders, and if you're a first-time customer, you get a discount on top of that. So yeah, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. You have greatness inside of you, and I believe in you. Bye for now.